Imagine if you knew your purpose in this world. Imagine what the possibilities can be. Do you know your definite purpose? Do you know what you need to be doing in this world right now, in your life right now? I remember that years ago, before I started on this personal development journey, I remember where I was. I was standing right there. I was on the top of the Inc. 5000. I had a very successful business, very successful family, very successful community. People looked up to me. I felt amazing. Yet inside, I felt like something was missing. Do you resonate with that? Do you resonate with the feeling of, I've done so much in my life, I've accomplished so much, yet something is still missing? What's this thing that's missing? There's something that's quite not right. And I've hired consultants and coaches and read books and went to seminars to try to find what's missing. And all the answers that I was getting had nothing to do with who I really was. The crazy thing is that I find other entrepreneurs, other hungry entrepreneurs that were stuck in the same place. They had the multi-million-dollar business where they were taking personally home over $1 million in income every single year. They had the perfect family with the kids and the wife and the getaway home and the vacations. They had the community that looked up to them. Hundreds, if not thousands of people that looked up to them, and still in their heart, they felt something was missing, so they went to try some drugs. And they went to try some gambling. And they went to go try something else because they couldn't feel comfortable. They couldn't feel at ease. And they were hungry to figure out the answer. What is the answer? So if you ask yourself, what is my purpose in this world? Is this all there is? You get to the top. You are the number one. You are the king of the castle, and then you look down and you're like, really? This is what I was waiting for? This is what I was looking for? Let me tell you, there is a way to be able to find your unique purpose in this world, but it's not what you think it is. It's definitely not what you think it is. I was searching in the wrong places. They say if you ask the wrong questions, the answers that you find are not going to be the right answers because your question was the wrong question. You see, I was frustrated because I actually succeeded in doing what I wanted, but I didn't feel like that was the thing I was supposed to be doing. So then why did I build a digital marketing agency? Why did I hire dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of people? Why did I pick up over 1,100 clients? Why did I do all this? And still, I was frustrated because I wasn't living what I felt was my purpose. If I look back at that moment, I realized that I had a tremendous fear of a few things. Number one, I was afraid of public speaking. Number two, I was afraid of sharing authentically on social media. Number three, I had a fear of writing. And I went to this high-priced consultant and I said, can you brand me? Could you brand my company? Could you help me find my why? I need this story. And you know what he said? He said, pay me 10 grand. Come to my house for 2 days, and I'll help you find your story. I actually helped Simon Sinek find his story. And I've helped this person and that person and the other person. And it didn't feel right. It didn't feel right. And my partner's like, you should do it, but do it in the future. Do it in 2 years. Do it in 3 years. Do it when you're ready. And I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. And I didn't think he would have the answer. And I didn't believe in it. And I didn't go there. Instead, I kept searching and reading and hiring coaches and consultants and therapists and looking and doing self-introspection and journaling and meditating and writing. And after all that, I realized that there is a path. But I can't tell you the path for you, because you need to discover your own path to when you can go from frustration to a place that I call Mojovation. Could you imagine what your life would be like if you actually find your purpose? If you wake up in the morning with intention, where you actually jump out of bed. This morning at 4 a.m., I actually jumped out of bed. I was happy. I was excited. I was full of purpose. And it's not only because I have a beautiful business and a beautiful family and a beautiful community and a beautiful self. It's not only because I have those things. It's because what's about to happen is insanity. It's unbelievable. Because when somebody lives their purpose, when somebody's on fire, everybody wants a piece of that. Everybody wants to get inspired. Everybody wants to get motivated. But we're stuck in frustration. We're stuck in frustration. We're frustrated. We're stuck. And why are we stuck? Because if we're in our heads, if you're in your head, you're dead. And people are stuck in their head and they have to get out of their mind, but they don't want to be crazy. You have to get out of your mind without becoming crazy. You have to just be prolific. And let me tell you this. If you follow your frustrations, you will find your greatest fears. And your greatest fears want to hide from you. Why? Because if you distinguish it, if you distinguish your fears, automatically your fears become extinguished. And when you transfer from fear to courage, you take off like a rocket ship. And you might not be ready to take off like a rocket ship because the destination is unknown. The destination of your purpose, of your journey is unknown. You haven't decided. And because you haven't decided, you don't want to floor the pedal to the metal because you could always go back. If you knew you had to get to California, you just drive. You just move forward, but you don't know where California is. You have no idea where you're going. And you thought it was financial independence, but it wasn't. You thought it was the perfect wife and the perfect kid, so you got divorced and you got remarried and blah, 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 but it wasn't. I spoke to the billionaire on his fifth wife. I spoke to the person who had it all, and he said, I still haven't found it. I still haven't found it. I have the private jet, but I'm frustrated. I have the perfect home on the lake, the $20, $30 million home, but I'm frustrated. I'm going to get a heart attack. What's up with this? What is up with this? Well, I found for myself how to go from frustration to motivation, and I want to show you how to do that. So if I've created a new Facebook group, and I want you to join my Facebook group if you want, because I'm sick of just pushing out information to a bunch of people who are not engaged. I want a group of people that are super engaged with me so I can show you the step-by-step journey that I went through to go from frustration to Mojovation, Mojovation, Mojovation. So go to facebook.com/groups/Mojovation, and that's where I'm going to be hanging out. And if you want to come along in my journey, I welcome you, but you have to be a hungry entrepreneur that wants to find purpose and meaning in their life so that you can get motivated and live the life you were meant to live no matter what anyone else thinks, so you can make the impact that you want to make. Thank you very much. I'll see you there.